No one goes to the Grand Colosseum of Valor willingly. It was the most brutal arena in the galaxy, an enormous shimmering amphitheater capable of holding nearly 200,000 spectators, where conflicts of honor were settled through combat or public humiliation. Races from every star system gathered to witness destruction, and every seat was filled. I, Elias Ward, a human diplomat, had arrived only as an observer. Humanity was new to the Intergalactic Alliance and still trying to prove it deserved a seat at the table. I was instructed not to interfere with anything, no matter what. And then I saw her. The arena's gates opened, and a single figure stepped onto the luminous floor. Princess Selene of the Astrony, daughter of the ruling empress and a diplomat of unmatched grace. Her skin shimmered faintly silver blue under the arena lights, bioluminescent markings glowing softly across her cheekbones. She walked with dignity, even as chains clattered around her wrists. Gasps echoed through the Colosseum. Selene, with her noble schooling, her gentle spirit, her flawless reputation, had been accused of betrayal. Not by enemies, but by her jealous cousin, Lord Varen, who sought to take her place in the succession. She was being forced into public disgrace to void her royal claim. A holographic display above us translated the booming taunts for all species. Princess Selene, no fight, no honor. She admits her cowardice. The arena erupted in deafening, savage laughter. She stood trembling before thousands. Her head bowed, her dignity stripped, and no one, not a single guard, advisor, or family member, moved to help. I could read her expression even across the stadium.
Shame, pain,
desperation. She would suffer this humiliation alone, unless someone challenged the ruling. But doing so would require stepping into the arena and invoking the ancient Pledge of Shield, taking responsibility for her crime and fighting on her behalf. And no one would dare, because it meant choosing death. My diplomatic orders echoed in my mind. Observe. Do not interfere. Don't draw attention to humanity. But I remembered the first time I met her months earlier, how she stopped her security detail from pushing past my human team, how she smiled and thanked us for respecting her customs instead of mocking them. She didn't care that we were new, or weak, or struggling for recognition. She treated humans as equals when no one else did. And now those same people laughed at her pain. My fists clenched. When Varen stepped forward and tore off her royal crest, raising it to the crowd like a trophy, something inside me snapped. Before I knew it, I was running down the steps, pushing past stunned guards. Gasps spread like wildfire. A human? What is he doing? He is unarmed. Is he insane? I didn't stop. I marched straight into the arena, standing between Selene and her tormentor. Her eyes widened, silver irises trembling with shock. "Elias," she whispered. "What are you doing? Leave, I beg you." But I turned toward the announcer platform and shouted with every ounce of strength I had. "I invoke the Pledge of Shield. I will stand for her." The arena fell silent, then erupted in hysteria. A human challenges Varen? Let him die the fool. Even Varen laughed. You? Fight for her? You aren't even worth the dust beneath her feet, creature. I didn't move, didn't blink. "I'm standing here," I said quietly, "because she deserves better." The arena floor shifted, forming a dueling battleground, steel panels rising with weapon racks. I barely caught a staff thrown toward me while Varen armored himself in sleek obsidian plating, energy blades forming along his forearms. Princess Selene grabbed my arm, tears in her voice. "Please, Elias, you cannot win." "I don't need to win," I whispered. "I just need them to remember someone stood for you." Her breath hitched. The horn sounded. Varen charged. He was faster than anything I'd ever seen. His first strike sent shockwaves up my arms as I blocked. The next sent me flying across the arena, ribs screaming in agony. The crowd roared approval. Humans were weak,
Slow.
inferior.
I forced myself to stand.
Celine screamed my name, but the guards held her back. It was forbidden for her to intervene. Varen rushed me again. I sidestepped at the last instant, using the staff to redirect his momentum. He stumbled. A small victory, but the crowd didn't like it. They wanted my blood. You're delaying the inevitable, Varen snarled. I'm proving you fear her, I spat back. His eyes burned. He attacked with a flurry of strikes too fast to counter. The staff shattered. The next blow plunged a blade into my shoulder. White-hot pain exploded through me. Blood poured down my arm. I collapsed. The crowd cheered the moment of defeat. But Celine, she screamed like her soul was tearing apart.
Stop. Please.
I will confess. I'll take the shame. Just spare him. She dropped to her knees before thousands, tears falling freely. It was worse pain than the blade. I couldn't let her sacrifice herself again, not for me. For humanity. For anyone. I staggered upright. You're not broken, I groaned, staring at her. Don't let them see you as broken. Varen's blade lifted for the final strike. I couldn't dodge. So I stepped forward, into the blade, closing the distance, grabbing his armor with my good arm and slamming my head into his face.
His nose snapped.
He screamed and fell back, stunned. Every spectator froze. He hadn't lost, but he had bleed. And in Astroni tradition, the first blood drawn determines shame. The announcer didn't speak. No one did. They simply stared. As the weakest being in the arena shamed one of the most powerful. Celine's chains fell from her wrists, automatically released by the judicial system. The ruling had been overturned. The pledge of shield had succeeded. The arena lights dimmed in shock. And then Celine ran to me. She caught me before I collapsed again, pulling me against her, holding me like her life depended on it. Her forehead pressed to mine, her glowing eyes inches away. You fool, she whispered, voice cracking. You beautiful, reckless fool. I tried to smile, despite the blood. I couldn't watch them hurt you. Her breath trembled. You could have died. It would have been worth it. She closed her eyes, tears glowing on her skin, and for a moment the entire universe disappeared. Guards rushed in, nobles shouted, lenses flashed, and millions watched the broadcast. But she didn't let go of me. Not even when her mother, the Empress herself, arrived. The Empress towered over both of us. Everyone bowed, terrified. Everyone except Celine. She held me tighter. The Empress looked down, and instead of fury, there was something else. Recognition. You risked your life to defend my daughter, the Empress said, voice like thunder. Not for reward. Not for power. Out of honor. I swallowed painfully. I stood for her, because no one else would. Silence. Then, before cameras and screens across the galaxy, the Empress knelt. Not to me, to her daughter, and addressed the galaxy. No one of any species will disgrace my daughter again. Let all witness the courage of the human who guarded her honor when thousands did nothing. The arena shook with gasps. Celine looked at me, speechless. And then, as medics worked over me, as soldiers formed a protective ring around us, as the galaxy reeled from what it witnessed, she whispered 3 words no one expected. Don't leave me. Even half-conscious, I answered. Never. And in that moment I knew the universe had changed forever. Not because a battle was won, but because someone stood up when everyone else stayed silent.